Hello out there, thrill seekers, and welcome to the second tutorial on this channel, where today we're going to be taking a look at the new motion tracked platform ride, or tracked motion platform ride. Yeah, that's it, that one, aka the Huntsman. Okay, it's the new one that came with the Spooky Pack DLC. So if you don't have the Spooky Pack DLC, unfortunately you can't use this ride. But I am currently hosting a contest on my Discord server, invitation link in the description, where you can win the Spooky Pack DLC for free. Okay? More information is on the Discord server. Once again, invitation link in the description. Enough of me self-promoting there. Let's get into the tutorial. So, obviously the new track rides in the track rides tab. If I can click on it, there we go. And there it is at the bottom, the Huntsman, aka the tracked motion platform. Okay? So, this is the first one of its kind in the game where it can actually be all controlled and everything. The only other one that's similar to it is in coasters, custom, and it's the 4D coaster here. It's the only one that's similar. Okay, so if you ever use this coaster type here, it's the same style building with this thing here, with like controlling all the motion. But there's more to it. So, you have your traditional track pieces here. You got your stations, you got utilities, and you have your railed, okay, or the catwalk. It's all cosmetic, doesn't do anything to the actual ride, but I suggest building with the original track here, so that way you can actually build all your details around the ride. So 4 meters is the minimum length, 60 meters is the maximum length. Okay, 5 degrees is the maximum bank, 12 degrees is maximum slope, okay, and 90 is your maximum on turns. So, this is where things get a little interesting. When we look in the utility settings tab, you will see 3 different sliders here, okay, and 3 different check marks, okay. So, yaw angle is turning, okay, like looking side to side. Roll angle is leaning side to side, and then pitch angle is leaning forwards and then backwards. So the sliders on these is a bit wonky in the way. So the yaw angle, positive will make it go left. Negative will make it go right. Okay? If you don't believe me, I'm just gonna make the test now. Oh, let's hit that. Start test. Okay, so I made it 90 degrees positive, and it will turn to the left, 90 degrees. Now, if I can reset that to 0, roll angle will make it lean side to side. This one's also a little bit wonky because the image you see displayed will move accordingly, but it's not actually accurate. You will see if I make it negative, it will actually lean to the left, but the image says it's leaning to the right, which is weird. I don't know why it does that, but just think of it as you're looking towards the ride instead of like you're on the ride leaning, okay? So as you can see, it's leaning to the left. Alright. Then you have your pitch angle, so I can make it lean forwards if I wanted to. Now it's leaning forwards. Or maybe I want it to lean back. And then it will lean back. So those are your 3 different angles for how you can control the ride. Now there's multiple different ways you can actually go about making these angles work. So one thing you can do on every single track piece, just make it change. Or you can do a different technique. When you don't have these checked off, they will not affect anything. Okay? It will just reset back to 0 if there's nothing else set further. Now, if I set this, let's say 90 degrees here, okay, and I don't set it to anything here, it will go back to the center. But let's say I want to actually have it checked off here. Now it will stay 90 all the way throughout. So even though this piece has nothing enabled, this piece still has it enabled. Now I could also, maybe I want it to turn 180 if I get it to 180. There we go. Maybe I want it to go to 180, and now it will slowly transition to 180 throughout those 2 pieces. Because this piece has nothing to it. It's more of a transition piece now. because there's nothing enabled on it. But if I was to enable something on it now it will stay at 90, and then it will go to 180. And then if I disable it, go to 90, and then it'll slow the transition over because nothing is enabled on this. So like maybe you want to have this ride kind of like do a little wave pattern, like feeling like you're floating in a way, like constantly like rotating everywhere. So one thing I did on one of my own dark rides that I'm currently working on is enable everything on the first one. Okay, with the roll, maybe I want it set to maybe 6, pitch maybe forwards at 5. Don't set anything here. Then on here, set it to maybe 5 degrees here. Maybe lean it forwards just a bit more. Don't set anything there. Enable it again. 8 degrees, maybe 12 degrees here. And now it's going to slowly like rotate everywhere. So on stop test, start test. So if you watch it now, so you can see it's like constantly rotating in all directions here. Now maybe we can add some yaw controls on here. So maybe here we can enable a yaw control of maybe 15 degrees that way. Don't enable yaw control there. Enable yaw control on this one here. Maybe 15 degrees this way. So do you see what I'm saying here? Like have it slowly over time transition constantly, because if you have it where on every segment you're constantly transitioning, it's not going to be smooth at all. I'll give you an example here. So if I was to place this one down, let's say I went 45, roll angle 10, 5, and then I did it again and I went this way, and then we hit start test, like it's going to be kind of like the smoothest of the coasters when you don't hit smooth. Like you can see it's very, it's going to be like rotates, 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 okay? Where if you were to do this method where you're rotating on like multiple different track pieces, like yaw, roll, pitch, yaw, roll, pitch, okay, but only enable that type on each one, you're going to have a much smoother sort of feel to the ride than doing this method of changing each one. Because you can see what I mean. Where if you look at this one, okay, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, once again, just contact me and I'll help you out. Now, here are some other effects you can do. So maybe what we could do with this one here, maybe you want your car to, like, if I can get this set to 0, actually, let me, there we go. Okay, so maybe what you want to do is have it turn a corner, but stay looking in one direction. So what you want to do, go straight, make sure everything is set to 0, 90, 90, go straight, okay? Once you have that set, click on this track piece right here. Make sure you're only selecting one. If you select it like this, it won't work the way you want it to, okay? Make sure you only select it on one segment. Once you have it set to one segment here, yaw control, and maybe set it to 180 negative, since we're turning to the left. Okay, if we start test, let me watch it, it will now stay looking in one direction throughout the whole turn here. There you go. Okay, like mess around with the controls, see what you can find. Okay, just remember, having it smoothed out on a course of segments is a lot better than changing it on each one. There's ways you can make this whole trackless. You know, you can just take a building piece like a roof, like flat roofs, and you can have it just being above the track to make it look like it's completely trackless here. And now if we watch it go, it now looks like it's actually a fully trackless ride. Okay, so get crazy with building with this, okay? There's so many possibilities you can do. Alright, and if you find this tutorial helpful, and you actually end up building something really nice, and you're proud of it, feel free to send it to me through the Discord server. Share it. I would love to see it. But anyways, I hope this helped you guys. If, once again, still need help, contact me. I don't know how many times I said this already, but contact me and I'll help you out. Or contact other people in the community, because, you know, there's a lot of other people out there who loves to help. But until next time, enjoy the rest of your day here at PvP Games.